we had a great chance. Was able to kind of move a little bit, hit Jerry on that one. He did a great job, great route on Peters, and then the next play, they went like a 22-man match look, whatever, and kind of got up, and nothing was there. So that's when I scrambled, tried to get as far as down, far as we could. Took a pretty big, hit there, tried to get the, a couple more yards instead of sliding, and then, yeah, I definitely think, definitely winning is a habit, and losing can be one too if you let it. I talked to the guys after in the locker room, and I was just telling them that at the end of the day, there's two things we can control: is our attitude and our energy. And if we can control those two things in the midst of the storm, we're going to turn this thing around. And obviously got a lot of tough games, tough challenges coming up too. So we don't have time to sit and sulk. We have time to just get better.
So last week, I made a video about Russell Wilson, and I wasn't really too critical of the QB, putting more of the blame on head coach Nathaniel Hackett. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt that he could pull the team back and salvage some respectability for the rest of the 2022 campaign, but after watching Sunday's performance against Baltimore, that's all gone out the window. Add on top of that his post-game interviews where Russ continues to spin the narrative, talking about how it was one or two plays that cost the team the win, and always looking on the positive just irks me the wrong way. He hasn't been too critical of himself or his performances this season, and I've had it. Your defense kept you in the game, holding the Ravens to just 3 points until their last final drive, and you couldn't even muster a touchdown in 60 minutes? Making the situation worse for the Broncos was the fact that Lamar Jackson went down with an injury and left the game early, so all Russ had to do was overcome a Ravens team led by Tyler Huntley. But to lose 10-9 to a Baltimore team that had many issues on defense just shows you how terrible this Broncos offense really is. This game was literally a snooze fest, and when I caught the highlights on the NFL's YouTube channel, this one comment here just summed up the entire game. Aside from the game-ending drama where Huntley led a Ravens drive with 16 plays to take the go-ahead lead, Denver's offense once again failed to register 19 points this season. And what exactly is so important about 19 points? Well, the Denver Broncos, had they scored at least 19 points in all their games, would be sitting with an 8-3-1 record. That's exactly how dominant their defense has been, keeping Russ and company in games that they absolutely have no business being in. This is a third-ranked defense, and you already saw some of the frustration last week when their nose tackle got into it with Russ on the sidelines, and now you got former Seahawk teammate Richard Sherman adding more fuel to the fire with his tweets. And he's not wrong. The D played their hearts out, and to lose a game like this is like getting kicked in the nuts. We saw the same situation with Zach Wilson in New York, and I don't know how much longer Broncos fans can take this. The only difference being that Russ is collecting a cool $245 million is the only reason why there is no chance the team parts away with him. But the fact that through 11 games he's played this season, he's only managed to muster 8 TD passes is just an insane stat line. This is a quarterback who consistently averaged about 30 TD passes for a decade in Seattle, but now he's trailing guys like Carson Wentz and Tyler Heinicke, who are both on the same team and have played only 6 games apiece. On top of that, Geno Smith in Seattle continues to play lights out and should seriously get some nods for the Pro Bowl this season. That said, Seattle currently as we speak hold the number 3 overall pick from the Wilson trade as the Denver Broncos continue to slide down from the standings.